Hi, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot, and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Taurus might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for the month of October 2020, keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless. So whether you come across this reading right after I upload, a week, month, or even a year from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. Also, if you feel like it's not completely resonating with you, just keep the parts that do, disregard the rest. And if you know your other planetary placements, you can listen to those signs as well for additional messages. Okay, so let's go ahead and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, and ask our angels, guides, and ancestors for any love messages for Taurus for the month of October 2020. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Taurus for the month of October 2020? Spirit, what love messages do you have for Taurus for the month of October 2020? And I'm going to shuffle one more time. I think we'll be good. All right. Okay, now I'm going to divide these into 3 stacks. All right, and the card on the bottom of the deck is the 5 of Pentacles. All right, so this is your overall energy for this reading. And, you know, this 5 of Pentacles talks about, you know, being separated, being distant from someone, feeling left out, feeling like the whole world is going on without you. And here you are, broken and crippled and absent from the person that you love the most, or, you know, from everybody in life in general. And, you know, this pandemic has left a lot of us feeling that way. All right, guys, so I'm going to put that here, and as I go through your spread, I'm going to show you how that card's going to relate to different cards that come up in your reading. Now, for those of you who are new here, I do 4 rows, and the first one pertains to you, what you might have been dealing with in the recent past, things that are currently happening to you, and what's coming towards you. The second row is for your twin flame, soulmate, karmic partner, divine counterpart. This could be someone from your past. It might even be a new love that you haven't really even connected with. But basically, it's the person that you're thinking about the most. That's how you know. It's the one you're thinking about when you wake up in the morning, and that last person you're thinking about when you go to sleep at night. The third column is our fears and anxieties and the obstacles and challenges that are keeping us from moving forward. A lot of this is kind of psychological. Okay, now this last column is about outcome, probable outcome. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is what's going to happen. It means you know what's coming and you can change your dynamics. You know, like if you know what energies are coming in, you can be prepared for them so that you don't just behave reactively. All right. So, you know, it's kind of like being forewarned is forearmed. Okay, now I just laid out 2 cards in each of the 4 rows. I'm going to do this 2 more times. Like I said, past, present, future. And, you know, here we go. So we have the 4 of Swords as well as the Knight of Wands. So this tells me that, you know, this fire sign that is in your life may be very strongly pursuing you. This could be someone that is like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a person that tends to, the theme that has been in your readings for the last year or so has been that this fire sign, whenever they are bored with what's going on with their life, it tends to be a person from your past that shows up repeatedly, where, you know, they have many different lovers and many different relationships, and when things aren't working out for them, you're kind of like old reliable. They come back to you because you'll take them, because for some reason they take advantage of you. This could be somebody that is what I'm getting is that this is a person that hurt you. So you always want to take them back in order to have that last say, in order to maybe see if it could work, even though you might, you really, really feel that you aren't interested in this person at all. But you kind of want to see for yourself that you have no feelings left, that you want to see that you've healed from this and that you've been able to move on. And this feels like something that, like from a distant past, maybe when you were very young or something and starting out, and this could have been one of your first loves that maybe betrayed you or took advantage of you. All right, so you have the Judgment card as well as this Ace of Cups. All right, so we have you know, air sign and water sign here as far as twin flame, soulmate, karmic partner, people that you're dealing with. So you may be dealing straight up with Libra or straight up with any one of the water signs. So you probably have some decisions that you need to make. You're kind of like absent from both of these people, and not only them, but from your fire sign that's from the beginning. But that's somebody who's going to try to enter, whether they're going to contact you through the phone, emails, through writing you old-fashioned letters or whatever. That fire sign is going to be very pursuant. They're going to be somebody that is very interested in connecting with you, but really and truly for their own reasons. Okay, kind of like just to feed their ego. Okay, all right. So yes, definitely there are two people in your lives, two options in your life that you are considering. All right. You might be, you know, you can actually love two people. You can. And a lot of people think that you can't. But you actually can. Just like you can love more than one child. Okay. You can have like 3 or 4 marriages and love each one of those people. But things don't work out. But you have the capacity to love. And love is endless, basically. You know, there's not like a limit on it. It's perpetual. So it's not, I'm not talking about having an open relationship, but you can love somebody, but you can also love somebody more and know that that person is the most important to you. And so this is where you are going to have to draw on your own serene self and focus on that and figure out which one it is that is the best fit for you and decide what you're going to do. It takes a lot of strength to leave behind somebody that you love, somebody that, you know, might mean the world to you and have a lot of really good connections with you from your recent past or from your deep past. But letting go sometimes really takes a lot of fortitude and effort and grace. Okay, and just be able to you know, say, okay, in order to make one of these relationships work, my hair is in my eyes, sorry. In order to make one of these relationships work, you can't really have another person that you're in love with in that, unless both people and all people are agreeing to it. Okay, but I don't think that's the case here. So you have the King of Wands as well as that Hermit. And so again, this is showing me that you're spending time alone. This is time where you have a lot of that self-reflection. You know, maybe during this whole pandemic thing, maybe you've quit drinking or doing drugs or going out and partying or whatever it is that has been distracting you. Maybe before you were a little bit of a player, maybe you dabbled in each of these 3 people or more people, and you come to the point where you realize that, you know, none of those people are putting up with it, and you're kind of like left alone and rejected by each. You have to choose. You have to choose one. Okay. Yeah, it's like the Highlander. There can only be one. And this is that time while you are ostracized or on your own or quarantined or whatever it is you might be going through. It's time for you to reflect on that, to find out how it is you got here and where it is you're going. You're going to use this lantern and, you know, gain a lot of wisdom when you look into that. All right, now in your little second set of cards, we have that Knight of Swords as well as the 7 of Cups. Okay, in your partner's column, we have the King of Wands as well as the the King of Cups as well as the 10 of Wands. Dyslexic moment there for for a minute. All right, in your obstacles and challenges, we have the Eight of Wands and the Moon. And in your probable outcome, we have that Two of Swords, that decision we were talking about making, and the Ace of Swords. And this one came out at the same time, and it's the King of Swords. So yeah, big, major decision. You're going to have to like cut somebody completely loose in order to move forward. In order to move forward in your life. And even though this is a Swords card, you are Taurus, okay? And Taurus has a connection to Libra, because Libra is ruled by Venus, and only Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus. So this could be you. You've been in a situation where you were like pursuing this person and this person and this person. Okay, and now it's time for you to decide. When you have this Seven of Cups, this talks about overindulgence, talks about debauchery, talks about being attracted to all the different things. There can be many, many people that you are attracted to, and each one has something very unique to themselves, and you have a very unique aspect to the relationship that you have with that person, and you really enjoy and love all that. Now, if that's what you want, and that's how you want to live your life, that's fine, but you're going to find that you're having to constantly move and change people throughout your life. But when it comes to the point that you're feeling disconnected and abandoned by these people because they're not having it, yeah, you're going to have to make that decision. You're going to have to set aside this like player mentality that you've had. Okay? All right. So let's move forward. Now, again, you've had a lot of hurt that you've been carrying with you. This fire sign from your past, the one that keeps coming around whenever things aren't working for them because you're old reliable, that person has caused a lot of hurt within you. It's kind of like you want to love very desperately. You want to be able to give all this love that you're feeling, and you are filled with love. You have so much to give and so much to offer, but at the same time, you're so afraid of being hurt and being rejected and being left alone from the hurt that this fire sign had caused you. And it's time for you to put this down. This Ten of Wands, tens are all about ending cycles. You can't carry these burdens with you. It's time to let go of it. It's time for you to recognize that this person doesn't have you in your best interest, and you're going to find that you are really not that interested in being with that person, but you are still carrying the damage that they caused, which is interfering with your new relationships, okay? Where you want to be close to everybody, but you can't get that final level of intimacy because you're still carrying all that with you. So we have the Moon card, and we have this situation where all these things that you didn't know about are now being revealed to you, okay? It's not necessarily that somebody was lying. It's just that maybe they had kept things hidden from you. And also, it could be that the things that you've hidden from these different people, because I get the feeling that each one of these people thought they were the only one in your life, okay? And, things are being revealed where you're going to have to basically confess when it comes time to make that decision of who you're going to be with. If you have to come to them and say, I can't be with you anymore. I've had this great love in my life, and it's one that I just really don't want to break that connection with. And it's not that I want to break my connection with you. It's just that, I have this one life here, and I really feel like this is the direction I need to be going in. And it's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of energy from you. And when you finally make that decision to do that, you're going to be really psyched and be able to move forward from there. So yeah, here comes that decision making. You're gonna find that when you do make that decision, when you do decide to go with not only your heart, but with your head, but you're gonna find that this is gonna be the best outcome for everybody, because it frees the other people up to pursue the one that they should be with most of all. And again, this King of Swords just clarifies that even more with the fact that that King of Swords is about making the best decisions for every person that's involved, not just yourself, but so that everyone has the best possible outcome. Now, when we get to this final row, we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the Page of Cups. In your Lover's card, Partner's card, we have that Queen of Wands and the Hanged Man. All right. And your obstacles and challenges, you have the Nine of Cups as well as the Six of Pentacles. And in your probable outcome, we have that Knight of Cups as well as the Sun. Okay, so yeah, things might have not really been going so great for you lately, and especially when you're feeling disconnected from everyone. Okay, you're going to find that this whole thing that you've been going through, okay, because I'm feeling a lot of different things from a lot of different people, but you're going to find that it's changing, where things might not have been going so great for you. Okay, now's the time that it's changing. Once you've made that decision of which person you want to be with, this is the time for you to speak up and to communicate that with them. Okay, to let them know that, you know, meekly and humbly, okay, that you've made a lot of bad decisions and you've suffered for that, and that you want to pursue this and to move forward. Just to put that offer out there to the person that it is that you choose. Now, we're in this Partner's column again. We got the Hangman and we have that Queen of Wands. So yeah, this is about that fire sign from your past that comes around and they're leaving you. As long as you stay connected with them and you do not put these wands down, you're going to be in suspended animation, basically. You're going to be frozen in time, like these people on these sci-fi movies when, you know, they put them to sleep and send them into the future. You're not going to be able to move into the future because you're going to be suspended. It's going to prevent you from moving forward, okay? All right? Nothing really great can come from this fire sign from your past. Okay, so when we get to your obstacles and challenges, we have that Nine of Cups and we have that Six of Pentacles. And this is where, you know, you may have this feeling that you're not good enough. You might feel ashamed now that you've had all this time to think about what's going on. You feel ashamed asking for this love again. But, you know, you've spent a lot of time on your own and you've thought about it and you realize that you do have a lot to offer. That you're no longer in the position of being a beggar. You're no longer in the position of feeling that shame that comes along with begging. But, you know, you're going to, you know, when you have to pour your heart out to somebody and you have to be honest about all the things that you've done, all of, you know, and you have to, you know, let them in on these things from your past, you're going to find that they do still love you and they do still care a great deal about you, and that you are able to move forward. This is your final probable outcome here. You are going to be able to move forward and have this new beginning with this person, whichever one it is that you decide that you need to be with. I can't make that decision for you. This is something that you feel. It's the one that, you know, you can look forward to and see that you can have the most growth and the most opportunity with, the one that you have that deepest connection, the one that you can see your brightest future with. Okay, Taurus, so that is your reading for the month of October 2020. And I just want to take a second and tell you guys thank you so much for all of your comments, subscribes, likes, subscriptions, all of that. It means so much to me and it really does help my channel out so much. And I'm going to, you know, some of you guys know I had COVID-19 back in late summer, and I've been sick off and on, and some days my voice just does not work, and you hear it sound kind of raspy right now. But for the most part, even though you get well from COVID, there's a lot of us who are considered long haulers where symptoms reappear off and on for months. And I have an overactive immune system, an autoimmune type thing going on. It's not quite lupus, but my body overreacts to any time that I get sick. It just wants to keep fighting it, even though it's not there. Something like, if you can read about cytokine storm. But that's not what this reading's about. But this is why I haven't been here. But, and I also moved back to New Orleans. So I just want you guys to know that I love you, and I'm going to do my very, very best to get these readings out for you. And there's going to be a lot of new changes coming up in my channel, and I just want you guys to be part of it. And thank you for helping to grow this little community here on YouTube with me and us. And I just want you guys to know that I do read every single comment. I respond to every comment. I respond to every single email that you guys send me, and none of you guys are ever going to be ignored. All right, I love you. See you soon. Bye-bye.